going to be starting the stairs soon. So we bought the slabs. It's not what I actually wanted, but yeah, I'm going to do the stairs up here, take this out. So that's a big job. I got to take out all this wood, take out the stones, and then make the stairs up again. So we're going to make a start of the stairs today. Yeah, this one is completely out the way, so we can take, I don't know which way to go, but I think we'll go from the bottom, take out those stairs, and then measure or mark it out first, and then go. We got the first piece of wood out, but it is such a big job. My God, it's going to take us, I don't know, weeks or months, because it's so hard to, we can't even unscrew it, because the screws are so tightly, I don't know, they've gone so old, and they're so deep in the wood as well. So Ivan tried this one. He got this out. It looks so lovely, like a frame, but I was wanting to reuse the wood, to make up a raised bed in the side, and now I don't know what we're going to do, because it's just, we can't unscrew it and take it out, and it means digging all around. You can see how deep this was. You can't really see, but all that rock. Yes, it's going to be a slow job, slow process, difficult, I should say, more importantly. We finally managed to move the rock and try and get to each step and remove each one at a time. It was so hard. Yeah, we couldn't just do it by ourselves, so everyone had to help. And we finally got all the frames out, and then you could see we were left with this huge pile of stones, because each frame we had filled in stones into each frame that we built. So we had to move out the stones, after we got the frames out. So it was, that was one of the big jobs that we needed to move as well. So Ivan suggested just moving one part of it at a time. So we got a portion of the stones out, so we could see a rough path there, and I dug up, dug into the ground and put in some string to just mark out the actual path that we could work on, and I just left the other side, with all the rocks. And this was over, a few days. We couldn't do it. It was so tiring work. Anyway, I managed to get it to a sort of a level position, or more or less level, or I should say an even slope. And so we were going to fill in soil into the path, and the idea was to fill in the soil and compact it. So we had to leave it, and it rained, and let it settle and harden, and then we could cut out the path into it. Okay, so this is where we're at. It's been a week, and the sun is actually on here, but it's been a week. Gosh, it was a big job. We took out the frames. They were so heavy. It became a family project. In fact, my boys also helped us, so it was all 4 of us here trying to get that out. We managed to pull it out, and it was such a good job we did. We had screwed each of the frames together, and that's why it was so tough. And so we had built it ourselves. So Ivan and I built it, and we did it in 2019. So I think I've got some footage. I'll show you how it looked, and it was so sturdy and so lovely. But now, to take it out, that wood that we used was such good quality. It didn't even rot. It was so nice. but it was super heavy. And also, I said the screws were so deep in there because it was so long in the ground, and we had nailed or screwed each of the frames together. So we had to remove it first. I thought it was going to take us months, but it didn't. It took us just that weekend, all of us working together. We got it out. And then I leveled this spot. I just, I dug it up one of the days and just raked out. We took out most of the stones on top, and then I came after that just to level it. And then I found some string just to give me some idea where the path was going. And then I added some cheap soil. So we bought first a lot of cheap soil just to get it started, just to elevate it a bit. And then I even added more soil during the week. And so now this is where we are at. Let me block the sun. So this is where we're at now. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to level this. Well, I'm ready to put the pavers in. So I just need to level it. Look, I've got a level and everything. So I'm gonna try and be good. And we bought the sand, so I'll need to put the sand and level it, place each of the pavers. So my plan is to put one at the top and then one at the bottom at the end. So then in between I will know what the spacing is supposed to be. I can just cut into each of the stairs now that we've got the soil here. Yeah, so a lot of work is going into it, but it's gonna look really good. Now I need to stop talking. We've got good weather today. I'm gonna get busy and put in the steps. Oh, and also I forgot to say we also let it stand because we needed the soil to settle, and it's not yet properly settled even now, so it will continue settling. But I think we've got most of the settling done. We've been stomping on it and just trying to compact it. We even watered it in and then stomped it in. Each time we put more and more soil. I'm gonna try and record me laying the steps down. I hope that goes okay. Let me get busy now. Let me get some footage from this way as well, so when I finish I can say, oh, look how lovely it looks. Oh, and I forgot to say that, I haven't suggested we only work on the passage, on this portion that we're going to be building the stairs into and putting the pavers or the stepping stones, instead of working on all of this. So this mountain of stone, we still got to move this away. And we've just left that. It's going to be a too big job if we try to do everything at once. So first we're going to get the step in so the delivery guys can come up here. Currently they're hopping over everything, so we're going to do this first, and then I'm going to tackle the rest of the stones here. So I do have a use for it, and I do have a use for the frame that we took out. I must show you. Let me go and get some footage on the frame, the frames that we took out. I am going to build a raised bed with it, and one of the frames looks so lovely. Well, they all look so lovely when we took it out. It looks like a nice piece of art. But yeah, I'm going to make a raised bed with it and use it up, and use the stones to fill up the raised beds because I want them quite high, and I'm going to build that in the side garden. So that's another project. So everything's going to be reused. Now, let me stop talking and get busy. Yeah, okay, so I brought my kneeling pad, and I brought, I needed something to level this, but I don't have a trowel. I don't even have a piece of wood. Can you believe that? There's probably a piece of wood somewhere, but I'm not going to look for it because I just want to get on with this. So I've just brought this square this square pot to try and level. Yeah, as I said, I'm going to do the first one and the last one, and then the in between, I'll just measure that. This is not a professional job by any means. But you know me, nothing professional about me. I suppose I can. Oh, that's not level. This is, I'm not definitely not using this properly, but I know when it's supposed to show level and it's not showing level at all. I don't know whether I should do this, put the stepper, and then jump on the stepper, and maybe then get it level that way. Let's try that. You know, I don't have to. I make my own rules. I don't have to have it so level. I don't have to have it like super level. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Let's try one. Even though I'm carrying it, it seems like it's light. And trust me, it's not light. Oh, that's looking. Yeah. Let me see. People be kicking this shit. I don't know. Don't know, I'm kicking this thing. Yeah, I can feel it sloping on that side. I'll add more. Ow. This thing is heavy, man. Right, that's the first one done. And then I space them, or try to get an idea of the spacing between each step. And this one at the bottom, it's okay, I did it so the rounded edge is here, no one kicks it and trips, because that edges were overhanging and it looked like a trip hazard. But yeah, I've done the first two. So this looks like it's a good space between each one. Maybe there's a little more. Like this one, I need to move this a bit closer. But yeah, I'm just gonna dig up each one so I get a little bit of a level, and it looks like an actual step instead of just a gradient path. Yeah, that's, can't wait to finish it. Oh, it's gonna look so lovely. Oh, let me see, step up. Yeah, that's a proper step. Okay, let me start with the middle. And there we go, all done. I should have swept it to make it look a bit neater, but look at my stairs. I know I need to put some sign here so people don't walk over it. It's not stable as yet, but you can see the gradient of the step, which I actually wanted. But what happened was, I said I'll do this front step first and the top step, and then I could measure. Well, that didn't happen. I put this in, and then I ended up with too big gap in between this last step and the second last, so I had to move that up, and I've just put some rock at the front. I think that's okay too. Now the plan is to plant things along in between the stairs and around it to look so lovely. But that's not for today, and not yet. I need these to settle in. So I might put in some large rocks along the side to hold it in place, because I'm worried it might slip because I've leveled them. Oh, that's a good view. Yeah, and so lovely morning shadow. But what else I was going to mention is, look, now that the stairs, those big steps that we had, the frames, so the last one actually ended here, that step. Can you believe that? It was here going all the way up there, and now it's freed up so much of planting space, so I can plant in that space. But not just yet. You can see the amount of rock I've got there, tons of rock that I need to move. But my stairs are done. I'm so excited. It looks so good. I mean, it's not that natural stone that I wanted, but considering the cost, and this still works. So it looks a bit rough now because of the sand, sticking out like a sore thumb around it and looking white. But once it settles in and I plant stuff, you won't see that. You'll only see the steps. So, I didn't think, well, actually, I like doing things myself, and it makes you feel good when you see it done. So, well, now I'm gonna go and relax. But I hope you enjoyed this video, this whole project. It was so much fun and hard work, but so good to see it complete, and I'm so happy that it's done. Oh, let me go and look from the bottom again. I think I'll probably be out here most of the time. Sorry if this wind is bad. I'm sorry, but I just have to film this. I can't get enough of the stairs. Oh, look at my stairs. Looks so cute. Yeah, maybe I could have done with one more if I pushed them closer, but I think that's still good enough. So I shall leave it there, and I hope you guys all have a lovely weekend. Thanks for joining me in the garden, and I hope you enjoyed this project and how it came out. So it's not so much of an incline, but you can make a little step path wherever, so I really love it. And I suppose if I raised the soil in all over, I could get some terraced gardens, but which I still plan on doing on this side, make a bit of raised beds here and there, because that's so exciting. Now I've got all the space, real estate opened up for me. And so how many times I'm saying goodbye. So finally, goodbye, have a lovely weekend, and I shall catch you all next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.